Well, good morning, Chairman Paul, and thanks for inviting me in again for breakfast. I see it's chips with mayo and a beer once again. For sure! It is the breakfast of champions, no? Well, if you say so, Chairman Paul, I'll run with it. I see you got another Magritte painting at the auction recently. Oh, for sure! I'm running out of space on the wall, though, so I have to hang it on the back of the door. Well, I'm sure you can find space if you pick up any more, Chairman Paul. I'm sure that'll be fine. Just wondering why you've called me in, though. Oh, for sure, I'm sure you are. Just a couple of concerns we have. The finances are not brilliant, and the form, the last few games, well, it's a bit concerning, no? Well, okay, Chairman Paul, I understand that. I mean, the finances I can't do an awful lot about just yet. But with the transfer window coming up in a month or two, then maybe we can move a couple of players out. The form, I mean, yeah, we've lost our last three, but I don't think it's too bad. We're fourth in the league, and we were, scheduled to finish bottom, so I think we're doing okay overall. For sure. We just want to make you aware that we are keeping an eye on these things. Anyway, I'm off to go buy a waffle. Tootsies. Oh, okay. Tootsies, Chairman Paul. Well, obviously he's not very happy with the way things are going, but I think we're doing all right. Let's go and have a look. Hi everyone, I'm FM20 and welcome along to episode 4 of Bottom to Top. So, as Chairman Paul was alluding to in our meeting, form has not been brilliant recently. It's been a bit of a mixed bag. When you were with me last, we knocked Antwerp out of the cup, which was a great result, higher league opposition, and we followed that up with 2 wins against 2 good teams, Union and Lokeren, both above us in the table. Unfortunately, form turned then a little bit. We had Beershot come to visit us. They're top of the table and by some margin, and they beat us 1-0, and that seemed to knock our confidence a little bit. Played Lokeren again, unfortunately a 3-1 defeat against them, and in the last game against Leuven we were put to the sword 2-1 at home. So that's probably the poorest result out of the lot. So today is the last game of the first phase of the league. We are currently sitting in 4th place, kind of the best of the rest, but as you can see we are some way behind the top 3. They're a bit of a different class. But let's get through to the tactics screen and you can see how we're setting up for today's game against Virton. Just a couple of things worthy of note in today's lineup. Brebels, who normally plays in the attacking midfield position, is some way off match fitness today, so Abdouli is going to come in for him. Nevin, our better centre-back, has been out for a few weeks. He's coming in even though he's not quite ready, but we don't really have any centre-backs fit, and with Chrétien, his cover, out injured, I think we've got to play him and take a bit of a risk. We do have Scretchu, a defensive midfielder who can play at centre-back in an emergency, but yeah, I'd rather not play him from the start. Let's get into the game. So today hopefully is an opportunity to put an end to this little run of poor form and reset things before we start the second phase of the season. Virton are bottom of the table currently, although they're only 6 points behind us in 4th, so it's not a massive golfing class, I don't suppose. And they are starting with the first highlight here. The ball out wide, can we clear it? No, we concede, and it's the first goal of the season for Vanzo, whoever Vanzo may be. And so in the 10th minute we concede. That's a disappointing start to the game. Time to get a little shouty, show some passion at this early stage. We seem to be having the better of the game. That's the only chance they've had, and they've scored from it. We've had 5 shots but none on target, which is a bit disappointing. Henkens with a free kick here, and that's a penalty. Nevin's been pushed over in the box. Up steps Bakar, straight down the middle, keeper dives out of the way, and that's his first goal of the season. very cool, calm, collected penalty. And we're back in the game at 1 apiece. That's for a bit of creativity at this point. We have another free kick here. Henkens in, and it's a second goal. Tim Siekman, the centre-half, with his first of the season. And that was a very good ball in from Henkens. Right into that corridor of uncertainty. And Siekman leaps highest and nods it past the keeper. And so after a disappointing start, it looks like we're going to go in at half-time 2-1 up. I think our first half display overall has deserved that. So, but we're going to remind them not to get complacent. We'll send them out for the second half. Henkens with a corner here. Cleared. And this looks like it could be a counter-attack for Virton. Vanzo, oh, very close to adding his second there. And that was a good save. Can we clear this? Finally we can, yeah. And that's the end of the highlight. Don't muck about with it, keeper. Nevin finds Henkens. Henkens really seems to be the fulcrum of this team, doesn't he? A lot of the stuff in midfield goes through him, and his set balls are superb. Oh, Krizan! Excellent! 3-1 now. So Kajabi up to Bakar. Squeezes in a cross, and Krizan from fully 14-15 yards bends his neck and puts a header into the far bottom corner. And this is more like it. This is more what I was hoping for. A little bit of praise, I think. And I think after this highlight we might look to make a change or two. We might even give Nevin a rest, make sure he doesn't aggravate whatever that injury is. Henkens to Phillips, back to Henkens. Bakar, Kajabi overlapping. Henkens again. He's getting everywhere, Henkens, isn't he? Unfortunately, not much comes of the good cross he put in. Jello probably had time to bring that down and finish it, but oh goodness me, Vanzo does get his second in the end. Very Route 1. And you do have to question the defending here. Look at this. All the way through, not even anything close to a challenge. Okay. Time to make a change or two. And you know what, I might have to leave Nevin on now that we've conceded that goal. So I think we'll take Jallo off, bring Nouts on. He's a very different kind of striker, so we'll put him as a pressing forward. And I think we're going to make a change in midfield. Phillips can come out and Scratchu can come on. And we're going to demand more again and hope that in the last 10 minutes of the game we don't do anything silly and concede again. It all seems to be petering out very nicely, but there's a highlight now. Krizan, Kamas, Scratchu, the substitute, Abduli, Nouts, nice play around the edge of the box. Kajabi, can you get the ball in? No, back to Henkens. Bakar tries a cross but can't get it to his man. Abduli picks up the loose ball. And we're knocking it around nicely again. Bakar, is he going to get the ball in? He is. Oh, we've hit the woodwork. And let's try and stop this counter-attack. Vanzo is a man in excellent form currently. We managed to block his shot. And can we clear the ball? Almost. Okay, end of fight. What? What's happened here? A penalty and we haven't even seen what it's for? Thank goodness the keeper saved that. I've no idea why that was given. We didn't get to see a highlight. That is strange. let's get rid of this, shall we? Okay. I'm still flummoxed about that penalty, but there we are. Good save by Bertram's, so it didn't really matter. That's poor play from us again, though. Let's get this away. Come on, Krizan. I don't care what you do with it now, as long as the referee blows his whistle. There we go. Well, that was a bit tougher than we expected, but we come away with a 3-2 win. Well, that result has confirmed our position as finishing 4th at the end of the first phase of the league season. Some way off the top 3, but considering we were supposed to finish bottom, I think that's progress, and I'm pretty pleased with it, to be honest. It now resets and goes back to 0 for the second phase, so hopefully we can maybe even build on that 4th place and get into the top 3. In terms of the schedule, I think the most interesting thing for us to come back for at this point will be the 7th round of the Belgian Cup. We have been drawn away against Kortrijk, who are a mid-table top-flight team, so that'll be a really good challenge and see where we're at in that game. If you've enjoyed today's episode, please consider dropping a like on there, and any comments, hints, tips, whatever you've got, I'd love to see them too. If you haven't yet subscribed to the channel, I'd implore you to do so, and come along and hop on the Greeno bus. But for now, all that remains is for me to thank you for watching, and we'll see you soon for some Belgian Cup action. Bye for now.